This is DD India and you're watching Express News, a program where we bring you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh addressed the plenary session at the two-day inaugural Tri-Services Dialogue on War, Warfare, Warfighting called Ran Samvad 2025 in Madhya Pradesh on Wednesday. Speaking at the event, the minister asserted that India has never initiated aggression against anyone, but if challenged, India responds strongly. Emphasizing on the meaning of the event's name, the defence minister said that Ran evokes the sense of battle and conflict, whereas Samvad refers to dialogue and discussion. Rajnath Singh also said that with changing technology, it becomes very necessary that India also adapts its forces according to the changing world. On the occasion, two joint warfare doctrines of our armed forces were released by the Chief of Defence Staff, Army and Navy Chiefs and the Army Vice Chief on Wednesday. The two doctrines, named Airborne and Heliborne Operations Doctrine, outline principles for the rapid deployment, manoeuvre and employment of forces from the air, enhancing reach and flexibility. Chief of Army Staff General Upendra Dwivedi, who is on a 4-day official visit to Algeria, visited the Seychelles Military Academy, Algeria's premier institution for officer training. During his visit, Chief of Army Staff Upendra Dwivedi was briefed on the Academy's vital role in preparing cadets for leadership as officers in the Algerian Army. He interacted with the faculty, commending their dedication and high standards of training. General Dwivedi also expressed interest in fostering cooperation and the exchange of best practices between the Seychelles Academy and training institutes of the Indian Armed Forces. India-US 2+2 inter-sessional dialogue was held virtually on Tuesday, where officials discussed regional security developments and exchanged perspectives on a number of shared strategic priorities. They discussed trade and investment, energy security, including strengthening civil nuclear cooperation, critical minerals exploration, and more. Both sides looked forward to increasing defence cooperation, including signing a new 10-year framework for India-US major defence partnership, as well as advancing defence, industrial, science and technology cooperation. The chairs also reaffirmed their commitment to promoting a safer, stronger and more prosperous Indo-Pacific region through the Quad. Minister of State for Foreign Trade Affairs Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Sayed of Qatar arrived in India on Tuesday. He is leading a high-level investment delegation from Qatar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended greetings to everyone on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi festival on Wednesday. Home Minister Amit Shah felicitated the personnel involved in Operation Mahadev. Under the operation, the Indian Army, CRPF, J&K Police had neutralized 3 terrorists who were involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. Union Law Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal on Tuesday inaugurated the International Symposium on India-Singapore Corridor, Bridging Markets, Resolving Disputes via ADR. The symposium was organized by the Indian Council of Arbitration during Meghwal's visit to Singapore. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath distributed appointment letters to new recruits in medical services on Wednesday. The Chief Minister said that in the last 8 years, the government recruited more than 40,000 women in the Uttar Pradesh police force. India's Parliamentary and Minority Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, along with Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh Kavinder Gupta and other dignitaries, attended the Suru Summer Festival in Kargil's Suru Valley. An unexpected August snowfall added a magical touch to the celebrations. The festival showcased Ladakh's vibrant folk traditions, local crafts and regional cuisine. Calling the experience once in a lifetime, the minister praised the region's natural beauty and cultural richness, reaffirming Ladakh's growing appeal as a unique tourism destination. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launched Design for Bio E3 Challenge for Youth and the first National Bio Foundry Network at a media interaction on 1 year of Bio E3 from policy to action in New Delhi. Addressing the gathering, the minister highlighted India's booming biotech startup ecosystem promising bioeconomy growth. For the first time, fresh Ladakhi Kargil Holman apricots are being exported to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Qatar. The move aims to boost Ladakh's agricultural products in international markets. Ladakh's apricots are counted among the finest in the world. It produces around 15,868 tons of apricots annually, with 2/3 coming from Kargil and 1/3 from Leh district. US consumer confidence slipped in August to 97.4 from July's reading of 98.7, survey data showed, while concerns about price hikes due to President Trump's sweeping tariffs also persisted. Germany and Canada signed an agreement on Tuesday to boost cooperation in critical raw materials, including rare earths, as Berlin tries to reduce its dependence on Chinese imports. Taiwan's government announced on Wednesday the appointment of former TSMC board member Kung Min Shin as the new economy minister after his predecessor resigned for health reasons. Japanese automaker Mitsubishi Motors cut its operating profit forecast for the current fiscal year by 30% on Wednesday, citing the impact of US import tariffs and weaker sales expectations. Ford Motor Company is recalling more than 355,000 vehicles in the US over an issue with the instrument panel display, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said on Wednesday. US Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook will be challenging Trump's attempt to remove her from the central bank after the US leader ramped up pressure on inflation. US President Donald Trump will chair a meeting on Gaza at the White House on Wednesday. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff said that Washington expected Israel's conflict to be settled by the end of the year. India's Ministry of External Affairs has condemned the killing of journalists in Khan Yunis, Gaza. Spokesperson Shri Randhir Jaiswal said, and I quote him, "The killing of journalists is shocking and deeply regrettable." US President Donald Trump said on Tuesday he is prepared to impose economic sanctions against Russia if Vladimir Putin fails to agree to a ceasefire. At a cabinet meeting, Trump said it will not be a world war, but it will be an economic war, as he is seeking one-on-one talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Putin. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will meet representatives from Ukraine in New York this week. He said that Washington continues to talk with Russia as the United States seeks an end to the Ukraine conflict. The Russian Defense Ministry said on Wednesday that its forces had taken control of the Ozarinivka village in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region. Iran held talks on Tuesday with European powers seeking to avert a sanctions snapback. Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister said in a post on X that it was high time for the European trio to make the right choice and give diplomacy time and space. Australian police on Wednesday kept up with their search for a heavily armed gunman who allegedly shot dead 2 officers and injured another at a rural property in the state of Victoria on Tuesday. Paul Gallagher, the oldest brother of Oasis band members Noel and Liam, arrived at Westminster Magistrates Court in London on Wednesday for his first appearance. According to a statement by London's police service, he is accused of rape, 3 counts of sexual assault, among many other charges. Canada will extend its NATO mission in Latvia, Operation Reassurance, by 3 years. Prime Minister Mark Carney announced on Tuesday at a joint presser in Riga with Latvian Prime Minister Evika Silina. South Korean and US troops on Wednesday conducted a wet gap crossing exercise in Gyeongju to enhance river crossing capability as part of the ongoing joint military drills. About 300 US and South Korean military personnel participated in the three-day crossing exercise from Monday, which included the installation of a 280-meter joint floating bridge. As China tightens security ahead of next Wednesday's Victory Day parade, which marks Japan's formal surrender in the Second World War, Beijing's city centre has come to near standstill, with streets emptied and shops shut in preparation for the military display. Military rehearsals were intensified in recent days as tanks rolled through Beijing's wide boulevards, while jets and helicopters flew in formation, including the striking 80 in the sky. Venezuelan deployed warships and drones to patrol the coastline after the United States dispatched 3 destroyers to the region to pressure President Maduro and crack down on drug cartels. Miguel Uribe Londono, father of the murdered Colombian Senator Miguel Uribe Turbe, has announced that he will take his son's place as a right-wing presidential pre-candidate in the 2026 elections. The red and white St. George's Cross and the Union Jack flags have been proliferated along streets along England in recent weeks in what supporters say is a campaign to show national pride, but others fear it's a part of growing anti-immigration sentiment. A cholera epidemic at a camp for Sudanese refugees in neighboring Chad killed 68 people since it broke out in late July, the Chad Health Ministry told media on Tuesday. The sweat and salsa-infused nightlife that was once the beating heart of Ecuador's largest city, Guayaquil, has fallen silent, with nightclubs pulling down their shutters to avoid cartel-linked violence. We're heading for a short break on Express News. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay tuned to DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's resume. Monsoon fury continues in parts of India. At least 5 people were killed, 14 injured after a landslide on Mata Vaishno Devi route in Jammu. A relief column of the Indian Army's White Knight Corps at Adkuwari, in coordination with rescue teams from the Shrine Board and other agencies, is assisting victims of the landslide. So far, more than 3,500 people have been rescued. The Indian Air Force is also assisting in relief and rescue operations in Jammu. Aircraft including the C-130 and IL-76 have landed in Jammu carrying the NDRF personnel along with relief and rescue material. In a post on X, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called the loss of lives due to the landslide on the route to Sri Mata Vaishno Devi temple saddening, adding that the administration is assisting all those affected. The flood threat looms over Ramban district in Jammu and Kashmir as rivers in the region have swelled, prompting emergency evacuations and triggering a high alert response from authorities. According to India Meteorological Department, persistent rainfall is expected across multiple Indian cities. Heavy showers are predicted at isolated places in Mumbai until August 29th. The Meteorological Centre in Jaipur has issued an orange alert for extremely heavy rainfall in Rajasmand, Sirohi and Udaipur districts. Pakistan said on Tuesday its Punjab region, including the city of Lahore, faced a very high to exceptionally high danger of flooding due to heavy rains. Spain declared on Tuesday that the municipalities affected by the 113 wildfires this summer as emergency areas. Spanish firefighters continue battling fires in northwest Spain. The Spanish government has described wildfires as one of the country's worst environmental disasters in years. A massive dust storm that darkened the skies of Arizona's Pinal County made driving difficult for one family trying to get home as they recorded the storm's descent. Mexico proposed the creation of a regional fund to address the consequences of climate change during a meeting of environmental ministers from Latin America and the Caribbean ahead of COP30 in Brazil. Surfers are taking to the water as powerful swells from former Hurricane Erin hit France's southwest coast. Authorities have banned swimming and closed access to many beaches to keep holidaymakers safe from the giant waves hitting French Atlantic coast. Local residents are cleaning debris from the streets in Vietnam's central city of Vinh after Typhoon Kajiki wreaked havoc and killed 3 people across the country. The festival of Ganesh Chaturthi is being celebrated from today, marking the birth of Lord Ganesha. Special celebrations are taking place in Mumbai with lakhs of devotees thronging the iconic Lal Bagh Raja. Jaipur's Moti Dungri temple witnessed large number of devotees gathering to offer prayers and perform puja since morning. The Lord Ganesha idol was adorned with a golden crown and a special traditional necklace offered to the Lord. Uttar Pradesh's Sambal district held a fair dedicated to Lord Ganesha. The festival is centered around a unique story leading to the construction of Ganesh temple by a native. Coimbator's Munti Vinayakar temple also witnessed a huge influx of devotees. Described as one of the largest temples of the city, devotees expressed happiness to be able to get darshan of Lord Ganesha. Known for its unique and elaborate decorations, Bengaluru's Sri Satya Ganpati Shirdi Sai temple also started festival activities. The temple management ensured continuous prasad distribution and comfortable facilities for devotees. Guinness World Records is celebrating its 70th anniversary. The idea began in the UK when Guinness Breweries Hugh Beaver, curious about the fastest game bird in Europe. Spain is ready for annual La Tomatina festival, in which every year thousands of people join the messy tomato fight. For this festival, crates of tomatoes have arrived in the city. In England, medieval festival recreated history with mock battles, falconry and folk music. It is a 3-day event offering a step back in time and keeping medieval traditions alive. In Argentina's Buenos Aires, the Tango World Championship is underway with couples from around the world showcasing their talent. In Hunan, the rare-founded blue-throated bee-eater, a national second-class protected bird known as China's most beautiful bird, has been recently spotted. Hollywood actor Nick Geffas is returning as Dr. Will Halstead in the 11th season of the medical drama series Chicago Med, which is set to premiere on October 1st. The second season of Netflix's popular kids learning and music show Ms. Rachel will premiere this September. The classic children's show Sesame Street Season 56 is set to release on November 10th on Netflix. American actress and film producer Jessica Chastain will be honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in September. Venice is ready to roll out the red carpet as its annual film festival, which will begin on Wednesday. Popular Hollywood faces arrive by water taxis for the glamorous event ahead of the opening. The new episodes of the second season of the American lifestyle television series With Love, Meghan are streaming on Netflix. Hollywood historical drama film Hamnet, starring Paul Mescal and Jessie Buckley, will release in the US theaters on November 27th. American crime thriller film Play Dirty starring Mark Wahlberg and Lakeith Stanfield will release on Prime Video on 1st of October. Indian film actor Deepak Tijori bags 3 Best Actor awards for his English short film Echoes of Us at the US Film Festival. Telugu drama film Arjun Chakravarti, which is the biopic of a Kabaddi legend, will release on the occasion of Indian National Sports Day, 29th of August. On to sports news now. In the US Open, Iga Swiatek cruised to the second round with a routine win. In another women's singles action, Marta Kostyuk defeated Katie Boulter, handing her a first-round exit. Beatriz Haddad-Maia made light work of Sone Kartal to send her crashing out of the event as well. French Open winner Coco Gauff secured a hard-fought victory over Ajla Tomljanovic. Top-ranked men's defending champion Yannick Sinner thrashed Wit Kopriva in straight sets. Sifskor Samra helped India continue its stellar run by winning 2 gold medals at the Asian Shooting Championship in Kazakhstan. The cricketing world celebrates Donald Bradman's 117th birth anniversary today. Considered as the greatest test batter of all times, Bradman finished his career with a staggering average of 99.94. Two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu fended off a stiff challenge from Kayolana Nalbantova to sail into the second round of the BWF World Championships in Paris. In men's singles, HS Pranoy was largely in control against Joachim Olderif during his 21-18, 21-15 win. International Chess Federation has confirmed Goa as the venue for the Chess World Cup 2025. Real Madrid returned to training on Wednesday after beating newly promoted Real Oviedo 3-0 in Austria on Sunday. In preparation for FIFA World Cup 2026 Brazil is set to face South Korea and Japan in a friendly match in October. Stuttgart won a dramatic 8-7 penalty shootout against Braunschweig in the first round of the German Cup on Tuesday. Britain's Ben Turner outfoxed Belgian Jasper Philipsen sprint finish to win stage 4 of the Vuelta a España on Tuesday. And in Formula One, Cadillac announced the signing of experienced race winners Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Express News. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.